Watching the Golden Globes yesterday reminded me of this really brilliant article by an author whose name is escaping me in this moment, but I'll drop it in the comments. The article is called "The Sexual Harassment of Uppity Women." And in that article, the author talks all about how when women step outside the role that's been given to them within a patriarchy, one of the tools that's used to corral them back in line is sexual harassment. And we can see that really clearly yesterday when the host of the Golden Globes opened up a conversation about the wonderfulness that it was the Oppenheimer movie, and then reduced the entirety of the Barbie experience to a joke about big boobies. Now, in that sexualization, there's also a reductionism of the humanity of that story. Of course, that objectification serves to strip away the power of the humanity that is behind the Barbie movie and the experience of so many watchers. And in reducing the Barbie movie to a comment about big boobies and a comment about attraction, unconsciously or consciously, the person making those comments reminds us that women's lives, women's experiences are really irrelevant to them. And the function of women is sexual pleasure, titillation, literally. So an unfortunate comment that really highlighted the plight of the stories being told in the Barbie movie and what so many women talk about every day: being sexualized, being dehumanized, being reduced to a series of parts instead of seen in their holistic glory. And it is that reductionistic objectification that renders misogyny so prevalent. But back to the article, the author really talks about how sexual harassment is used to punish women who get too big, who get too autonomous, who step up in the ways that they perceive men being allowed to step up, but not women. So any woman who dares to be autonomous, who dares to educate herself beyond what a man thinks she should pursue, any woman who dares to earn money or earn more money than a man, in the minds of men who adhere to this kind of rigorous, hostile, and benevolent sexism, or ambivalent sexism in many cases, these men engage in efforts of hostile sexism and sexually harass or objectify or demean women to basically punish them and to say, you're nothing more than a series of parts for my pleasure. And for the guys who watched that and cringed, good for you. You're beginning to deconstruct and see how misogyny has infiltrated so much of the experience of masculinity for many men. And for the guys out there who were like, yeah, it's just a joke, no big deal, it's all fun and games, I would encourage you to think a little bit deeper, because it is that deep.